Hi guys. So, hello again. I have a bowl in my head. So, hello. And tonight there's, oh my God, every day now there's so many stories. And someone said in the comments that I thought it was very interesting on the Patreon page that our little group sounds like there's like this family therapy thing where people get together and sort of reenact stories they don't even know about. So basically, I feel like it's like this little hive of people. And I think we like get together and have interesting questions and we find solutions to mysteries. I was thinking that's cool. Anyway, so do you have a preference for yes, Pedijola? Yes, let's I think it makes sense, I think, after we talk. I feel like a lot of things are resolved. Okay. Hello, Donna. Hello, everybody. Okay. So I'm thinking here, there's several questions. One of them, and I don't know if this is, maybe I should go into one or several Republicans. For example, Daryl, I think his name Daryl Issa, he was, and there's a lot of Republicans resigning. So it's something, I know we went into depth, just was yesterday, it feels like a long time ago even, about how what's going on with Republicans. Okay, but I'm curious, why are they resigning? I'd like to know a kind of like a straight story. Why are they all resigning? I feel like the thing I don't know is whether they already know they're going to be indicted. Okay, because why are they all resigning? Isn't that suspicious? They know it's suspicious if everybody resigns. Okay. So anyway, so that's question number one. The other question is on whether the Republicans will go ahead with the attempt to investigate Christopher Steele. That would be ridiculous. Okay, that would be embarrassing. I don't know what they're going to do. I could ask that too. I could also ask on this new person, Ryan. You know, one interesting question I don't think we've talked very much about is whether, since Mueller just hired this person, Ryan Dickey, an interesting question would be, will people who are involved in cyber crimes, okay, and let's say, for example, Cambridge Analytica, will they be indicted? Okay, will these data operations people, oh my God, what's suicide? Oh my God, who is it? That's crazy. Oh my God, it's so creepy, this story, the whole thing with this. Oh my God. Anyway, so anyway, so there's a thing about the data operations. Will anybody, what's going to happen to the people who, we saw that Rebecca Mercer is going to jail. She's in Cambridge Analytica. She's one of the owners. So now I'm thinking, you know what? Let me just finish this here. And meanwhile, okay, let me, I have this question, guys. So if you don't mind, I'm going to ask, why are the Republicans resigning? Why are they resigning? Okay, you know what? Why? Yes. Okay. I'm going to ask a simple question. Why are Republicans resigning? And then we can go into more of the maybe data operations and stuff like that, okay? Why are Republicans resigning? Why are so many Republicans resigning? Simple question. Why are so many Republicans resigning? Why are so many Republicans resigning? Why are so many Republicans resigning? Okay. Why are so many Republicans resigning? Yeah, why are the rats abandoned? Why are so many Republicans resigning? Why are so many Republicans resigning? Why are there so many Republicans resigning? Okay. Okay. Push this. So at the center, guys, we have this combination, interesting combination of the older man, something happening very quickly about the older man. Okay. So the older man could be Trump, but maybe it could be them too. Okay. This is interesting because it tells me this is the center, right? This is what's happening now. So it's almost like they know that something is going to explode quickly. Okay. Because this card is all, whenever this card comes up in tarot, it always means something quickly happening very fast. It means fast, quick. Okay. So on top of it, this is a card of aggression, fighting. So fighting about money. Something aggression and fighting about money. It could be the donors. It could be relationship, something related to money. Now, this is world upside down and the garden. The garden means society. It also means social network. So I feel like what this tells me is that something is about to explode in the media. Okay. That there's something. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this combination of, yeah, something like here. Okay. Oh, let me try to. So this is like aggressive older man. Okay. Pain. This is, oh, you know what? This is also, I forget this meaning of the whip, is a card of pain, passion and pain. So painful for the old men in public. Oh, this is interesting. It's going to be painful for them. Yes, could also be mean something that has been happening for a long time. But what I feel like now looking at the meaning, it makes more sense. It's going to be painful for the older men in public. Okay. So they're sensing that something is going to hurt them very badly when it comes up. Okay. There's something very, very, very painful for them coming out. Okay. And in the past, we have, yeah, so I like this. This is a card of dark secrets in general, things we don't know, and the loyal person. So it could be their secrets, okay? And this is aggressive. You know, this is, for some, this card is about, this is like the legal apprentice card. This is a manipulation, I think. Aggression in a, like, kind of like a petty nerd kind of way. But I feel like it could also allude to manipulation. And the scythe. So they're being manipulated. I feel like this echoes with the card that talks about blackmail. Okay, so, and obviously it's possible that I'm seeing this here because we already talked about the story. Okay, so this is the dog comes to an end, an ending to the loyalists. Okay, and again, interesting because the death card is right at the bottom. It's funny because this death card has been coming up for them usually like this, like they want to avert it, but this is coming now, meaning an ending. And tree is a card of life. Okay, so their life, like meaning obviously, I think their political life is coming to an end. Yeah, so unknown, basically dark secrets of them, their dark secrets, and this aggression, something related to blackmail is coming out, okay? And it's this, they're afraid this is gonna cut out the loyal people are gonna be cut out from life, okay, from I guess their political life. Okay, and let me just show you the last. Now it's interesting because there aren't super bad cards here. And this is the leadership that deals with money, okay? And you guys have, this is reminding me of something. One of the first readings, not one of the first, but the first, probably around between number 10 and 20, I did readings on Rice Priebus. Okay, hold, Priebus, I don't know. Hold on a sec. Rice Priebus, I forgot how you say his name. And I remember that it showed him talking to Mueller, and it showed me that he was dealing with fundraising. Okay, he was in the Trump campaign, election campaign, and he is dealing with fundraising. So I feel like there was last week, I think this stuff came out about how he provided the detailed notes to Mueller or something like that. Okay, so it's these notes related to fundraising and the idea that the money is dirty money. Okay. So here we have a card. This is a card of a lot of money, okay? And the boss. So the bear is the boss. So the boss is related to fundraising. And this is another card of large amounts of money. And the victory, here's the Ace of Swords upside down. And I think that means wrongful victory in a way, okay? Through lots of money, but the money is probably the cause here, okay? And this is the star upside down. And the star upside down a lot of times means right up is hope, but like this, it means a person away from their spiritual goal, like their spiritual path, the spiritual religious right path. Okay, so they really are staying away from their true values, okay, by engaging in these activities. And you have the heart card, which is interesting. So it also means that they are at heart people who are away from God, like in the deeper sense. Not that you have to be religious, but that their actions are all about having the wrong values. So the bosses related to that somehow have a lot of money, are related to a lot of money, and also have and their values. Okay, so let's connect here to look at the full story. We have the dogs, the loyal people get their lives cut. Okay, they're removed from life, political life, probably. Painful for the loyalists because of money related issues. Okay, here the bear, and then the second row we have the scythe. Yeah, the scythe cutting the older man who have money, fundraising, money, dirt. Okay. And then you have at the very bottom, their public life becomes public because of their values. So there's something about I wonder what the value, it's interesting because the heart card. So at core, I almost feel like the fact that they betrayed the country, right? Their values, what were their values? They didn't have values. They sold everything. So it becomes public. Okay, their roots, basically everything that nourished them becomes public, and so does their values. So, and that's, I think, what the last row always means something, also means something that is the unconscious. So that's their deepest fear. Okay, so that would be that everything becomes public. And it's showing again that the money, everything related to money is going to become public, and it's going to become public very quickly. Okay, and it's going to be very painful for them because all of it is going to be public, and it's going to end their political careers. Okay, so just looking at all this stuff, I thought it was going to be something else. Like I thought it was going to be like, you know, they have lovers, or like, you know, like those Republican style secrets. But what this is showing me here is that it's money. It's all money. What's going to get them is money. And and as I was looking at these cards and talking to you, the image, like the word Cyprus kept coming up, because I guess they got bank records from Cyprus. Okay. There was news about this a while back, and I feel like a lot of them have been subpoenaed for some reason. Maybe their offices, something like that. So they know something is up. They know they were able to trace the money. I feel like what's happened is that either they know the Rice Priebus talked and gave them names, like they've been notified somehow about this. Okay. And they know that for some reason, they know that they won't be able to escape this. Okay, that this is bigger. And I remember a few months ago reading, or even watching MSNBC, and there was some people who were saying that these sort of crimes are difficult. Oh, it was right around when Manafort was indicted, because they were saying something like, these sort of crimes are very difficult to get away from because it's all about bank records. What are you going to say about bank records? You can't say that these investigations are fake. They're not fake. So I think what they're doing is they're going to get them on campaign finance. What do you say? Fraud, something like that. So as a means to avoid the public scrutiny, okay, that's going to come with this, they're quitting. Okay. Now I feel like a lot of them, they feel like they could maybe come back. They want to see, you know, Julie asked if, yeah, you know, I saw that. I did a reading on him a long time ago, and it said yes, a long time ago, that he was going to talk. Okay. So maybe this is what ended up happening. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I could maybe ask another update about him. So anyway, so we did should I? Hold on a second. So we did the question about why they're quitting. Okay, now I'm trying to think here. Okay, are they taking the money? Yeah, so just to answer the question, I think they're not taking any money. Their money is what they're looking into. Okay, so that's the question. They know a lot of explosive stuff is going to come out related to money, and they're involved in this money, and that's why they're leaving. Okay, now the other question. Yes, I think so. Absolutely. I don't think you can get away from these investigations. I think there's I don't know exactly how it would work, but I think the distraction level will be enormous, because you know how like Republicans are very much about the narrative. Like they love creating lies. So like if it becomes public while they're in office, it's like too distracting. It creates too much of a problem for their electorate. Like, you know what I mean? Because they're like, wait, you're involved in this? You told us that everything was fake and the deep state was after you or something, and now you're just a money person, right? So yeah, oh my God, I know. Yeah, the whole thing is like all money collecting money. Okay, so I think there's something about bank records coming out now. Okay. So Do you guys want me to do? I think. Do you want me to do Christopher Steele? If they're gonna go, like, what's gonna happen with Christopher? Are they gonna go through their Christopher Steele fake bullshit, like the investigation? Will they be able to do that? I think could be interesting to see, because this whole explosion, of truth. Now with that, I haven't had a chance to read the, what do you say, that the testimony. Okay, so but there's so much. Okay. Oh, something that came to my mind now, and I forgot with who I was like I was either emailing or talking to about something that I usually hate doing, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do, but I'm kind of attracted to it now. Is this idea that I'm not speaking Christopher Steele now, but it's also, I want to talk about this idea that I have, that someone said, it was Julie immediately. Let's see, Julie. So Julie said that she had said that in the testimony of those GPS people, they said that one person already died because of the dossier. Okay. And I remember, I don't know if you guys remember that Rachel Maddow talked about how many people died, like back in the early 2017. She was talking about it. So I feel like Michael Flynn looked at the names of the Russians who were collaborating with the US, like maybe CIA or something, and gave those names to Putin, and then Putin went ahead and killed them. Okay. So I feel like I don't know, there's something there too about this, like Michael Flynn is really, that's the depth that he went. Okay, so anyway, so let me focus on Christopher Steele. Christopher Steele, will Republicans go ahead with their fake investigation of Christopher Steele? What's going to happen with Christopher Steele? Will he be investigated by the Republicans? What's going to happen to Christopher Steele? Will he be investigated by the Republicans? Okay, because he did something great, but then they try to like create the false stories about him. Okay, so what's going to happen to Christopher Steele? What's going to happen to Christopher Steele? Will the Republicans be able to create the fake investigation about him? Okay, Christopher Steele. 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 What's going to happen to Christopher Steele? Will the Republicans be able to go ahead with their fake investigation? What's going to happen to Christopher Steele? They'll be able to go ahead with their fake investigation. What's going to happen to Christopher Steele? So this is the death and the moon. The moon card means reputation, how the world sees you. So they want to kill his reputation. Okay. No, I think things are going to end well for him, but it's like, actually I have good goosebumps, not in a good way. But basically, this is the card of, I've showed this before to you guys, the quid pro quo, money. So he knows this is debts, okay, basically debts to Russia, okay? Debts to Russia. quid pro quo Russia. The White House wants to avoid poverty, right? Wants to avoid the dark fate. And you know the other interesting thing about these two cards actually is because this is the White House, but this is also real estate in general. And this is a person who doesn't have money, right? So we know that there was a moment, this is very well known, that Trump, for a while, he didn't have any money, and the only people who would lend him money were the Russians, okay? So in the moment of like as a means to get out of poverty, he took money from Russians, okay? And that's, as you know, the lady card is Russia. Oh no, the lady card is Russia. And like right here, oh, the top, okay. So, and then at the bottom, this creates defeat for the, this is a card of defeat, okay? Defeat and long-term problems. So this creates, basically it's like, this is what Christopher Steele said, right? That he, and there was one little thing I read about, or maybe saw somebody talking on Twitter about this, how the guy Glenn Simpson from GPS was like, we were researching Trump, and we saw that he did a lot of trips to Russia, but no actual business, and that seemed strange, that he was always traveling there. Okay, so yeah, so this is Russia real estate. So Russia put money, like this is, he owed money to Russia because he went to them when he was in short of cash, and that is what is going to create problems for him, okay? Now, this is corruption and money, corrupt money. Okay. And it could also mean, this could also mean that the reputation, like whatever comes out of this is, I'll show you, because it's like corrupt reputation. So you could argue that this cards say that this is a card of corruption and corruption related to money. So that they want to kill. What I think this saying is that it's basically what Christopher Steele is saying, is that this is death. So he's saying that the corruption, I think from the Republican perspective, the corruption could kill the reputation. Okay. And sun upside down, then looking at like whatever they look into creates more legal problems for Trump, okay? Because this is the Tower card here means, I think in this context, it means law. So the corruption changes Trump's legal status. So the information that Christopher Steele has could completely change Trump's position in the world because of his corruption. Okay, so the corruption affects his position in the world, and in turn, this position in the world is affected legally, okay? So that creates problems for Trump. And then this is like, this is a card about messages and news, okay? So upside down, bad news about money, okay? So bad news about money comes out, and there's an opportunity, okay? So bad news about money brings an opportunity. And I think this opportunity means for Christopher Steele, okay, not for Trump, that things end well here. So, and this is, I think ultimately here, this card is like a card of a lot of money and a happy person or a person of good value. Like it could also mean maybe their values is, but I think I have a sense that what the last column is saying, which is about the future, I think it's because if I ask what happens to Christopher Steele, he wins in the end, okay? like when the news comes out about the money, it probably brings them down, and it creates a lot of opportunities for Christopher Steele. Because remember, like, can you guys imagine? It's hard for us to imagine this because he's being attacked left and right. Like, imagine if the whole thing is proven to be correct. He's the biggest hero, like one of the biggest heroes of all time. Okay, it's like his story is going to be never forgotten. Okay, so so I feel like. And I'm trying to think, does it mean, because I also asked the question, what's going to happen to Christopher Steele? Will the Republicans go ahead with their investigation? Okay, so I feel like they're not going to do it. Okay. Because I feel like here, what we're seeing is the story of Christopher Steele. It's like Russian corruption through lots of money. Okay. Status of a White House. They were opportunists, and hard times with the law leads to something good for him, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Jen said, yeah, exactly. The whole thing with Feinstein, she really helped. Okay, so yeah, I feel like he becomes, I think, the hero in the end, because what happens is, before, what I get the sense here is that before anything, they basically are making threats, okay? And then essentially before anything, before they're able to carry anything out, the whole money thing comes out, okay? And it just derails their whole conversation. And that's why I think, in a way, this reading connects to the one I did just now about why Republicans are resigning, because there's something much bigger that I don't think we know about yet, it's gonna hit about money and Republicans. Okay, I don't know what this means, but I think something big is gonna come out about the Russian money in the Republicans, like how they're dealing with money, and that's gonna create, like, I just feel like the whole thing is going to derail the Republican narrative very quickly. And that would explain why this reading, before this one, talked about, the news coming out. Something quickly is going to come out. Big deal. Something about money in the Republicans. They already know about it, okay? And that's why. So, so that's that, okay, guys? So, we could start. Donald Trump, yeah. What is it? Oh my God. It's crazy. Guys, oh my God, it's crazy. This reminds me of a story. A while back, I watched documentaries about the mob in Las Vegas, and there were people I feel like there were stories of people basically like Trump, people who owned these hotels, and they weren't themselves the mobsters, but they allowed the mobsters to run the books or something like that. Like, they were the facade for the money laundering or whatever, like the mafia stuff. I feel like that's kind of what Trump does. For some reason, he allows them to go in and do whatever they want. Almost like, this is like your facade, do whatever you want. Okay, so almost like he rents his business to people. He rents like the facade for people. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like there's something like so when I watched the documentary, it was about, I forgot, it was about the 50s in Las Vegas and the mob there and stuff. But like what they were describing, it reminded me of Trump. Like, there's a person who has a business that's not going so well, and the mob people go in and they like use the books to create like other, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's like some kind of like shady books or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yes, they started buying Trump condos, LLCs to hide ownership. Yes, I feel like there's something there where the money laundering. Okay, this whole thing. It's like I feel like something is gonna come out about the Republicans, just the Republicans alone, and Christopher Steele. Now the whole thing with there's so much to ask, guys. I don't even know where to start. Like, about all of the Republicans. I'm thinking of doing another Republican. Okay, yeah. Exactly. Oh my God. Because, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? Let's do you guys? Oh, no, I shouldn't do Minucci now. I should do another. You know what I want to do? Let's do another Republican, a random like Republican. What about the guy, either Darrell Issa or Dana Rokenbach? I forgot his name. I can't say his name. Dana Rohrbacher, something like that. His name is Rohrbacher. He's like Dana Rohrbacher. Yes, that one. It's like apparently the old Russians call him openly and act like he's a Russian spy, basically. He's so pro-Russia that he's like, yeah, he's like, you're not even trying to hide. Like he's so obvious. So let's do, oh my God, I want to know I want jail for that guy. Like I want that guy to serve time. Okay, that dude, seriously. So let's ask those questions. What does Mueller have on him and what happens? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'm here. I have all the questions. So let's do that. The guy, Dana. Yeah, exactly. It's like, he's one of those that is like, it's not even like, oh, let's find out. No, he's like so obvious, so overt. Okay, so what does Mueller have on Dana Rohrbacher? Dana Rohrbacher. Is he going to jail? What does Mueller have on Dana Rohrbacher? Dana Rohrbacher. What does Mueller have on Dana Rohrbacher? Will he be indicted? Will he go to jail? What will happen to his political career after the Mueller investigation? So it's 4 sections. So what does Mueller have on him? Will he be indicted? Will he be found guilty? Will his political career end? Okay, that's Dana Rohrbacher. Okay, Dana Rohrbacher. Dana Rohrbacher. Dana Rohrbacher. What does Mueller have on him? Will he be indicted? Will he be found guilty? And will his political career end? Okay. Okay. What does Mueller have on him is first. Okay. Yes, exactly. Kremlin gave him his own coin. Okay, that's Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's that it has a very strong meaning, but it basically, this is a card about making decisions, and this is about travel, short-term travel, or like kind of, you know what I think this is, because this card has come up quite a few times. So I feel like this is a card of like a travel, like back and forth, like almost commuting, almost like regularity of contact kind of thing. So he makes decisions about regularity of contact, or like he travels constantly, you know, or he follows their decisions or something. It could be like he goes there a lot, yeah, and he travels. And okay, something. Now this is interesting because this card is a card of peace of mind. Okay, a lot of times rest. But I remember I saw this card for Kushner. It's a person who's quiet behind the scenes. So I feel like he's a quiet person, like behind the scenes person. For this is a card of hopes, but it's also a card of network. So I feel like he runs a secret network. Okay, there's some sort of secret network. He goes there to get the decisions, to make decisions based on this secret network of people. Okay, something like that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's see what the other cards say. But I think, wait, didn't they, you know how like, oh, remember this whole story came out a while back that Congress decided to not give him money anymore to travel because he was always traveling to Russia, or like did not let him travel anymore to Russia or something like that. Okay, and then on the other side, we have, this is a card of a person who's greedy. Okay, so greedy and tree. Now this could mean, it's like he travels there for sustenance, but or like it could be he travels there for a long time, or that could also mean that he has been enriching himself through these trips. Okay, but that he's in a weak position. Okay, because those things are going to come out. So the cloud is always hiding something, but I think whenever, especially in this context, when it shows up, actually at the bottom, when it shows up, it's kind of telling us sort of like, this is going to come out. Okay, so you're basically your lifelong. Tree is also like a long time of growth. So I feel like in this context, these here mean secret network, okay, network, hidden network, and he travels there. His life is like he gets sustenance by traveling there. So it's like he travels for the network to strengthen the network. He handles the secret network, and it's a shady network that's probably like fed through Russia or something like that. Okay. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so now the question is, the question is whether he's going to be indicted. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think so. Okay. We have, it's interesting because the Tower card is this is a card of the family. It could also mean, sometimes if you look at it closely, I sometimes think of it as a card of the country, because if we're thinking about a politician and their family is the country, right, in a bigger way. Yeah, totally. So the family, this is a card that means legal issues and also means government. So we'll see. Now this is the devil upside down. I think it means they're creating this like false bondage. Okay. And this could be Trump, could be them, or could be him. Old man or older man. So legal issues related to the older man. Okay. A new beginning, a new painful beginning. Okay. This is part of pain, physical pain, fighting. This is a card of manipulator. Like I call it the serial killer manipulator card. And guilt, card of guilt. So the manipulator is found guilty. He's guilty. I feel like it's interesting here because we have painful legal fighting, okay, and guilty older man. Painful guilt, guilty older man, legal fights, okay. Now it's interesting because if we look, you know what I feel like, if we look at these two cards, especially the tarot cards, it's a card of happy family. Like a happy family has a new beginning. So I almost really feel like what this is showing is that the country experiences a rebirth. And as a consequence of this rebirth, shit really hits the fan hard for them, for him especially, okay? Because we have here, maybe it could be older man in prison, because this could be prison. It could also mean law, okay? So painful legal problems, painful guilt to the older man. So, and man has legal problems, okay? Yeah, exactly, yes. So now the question is, will he be found guilty? This was supposed to be the question just about indictment. So we'll see here what it says, all right? Yeah, I think so. This is a wrongful victory, right? In the public eye, wrongful victory of a child. So I think that is the victory of Trump. And this is entanglement. So there's entanglements and gifts. So he's entangled through all these gifts. Okay, so he has basically too many problems. So he's entangled in the Trump victory because I think he accepted a lot of gifts. Okay, so it's a gift to the child. And you know, something that's coming up, and I feel like these readings have taught me that I have to just verbalize whatever comes. And that in a way, I feel like he's a gateway. He brings, because Trump is right here. So new gifts to the child. He may be a what is it, intermediary, okay, for these gifts. So this is a card of legal apprentice and the mountain. The mountain is a card of long-term problems. So I think he's going to have long-term problems with the law, or going to spend a lot of time somewhere. And this is so incriminating. This is a card of like, your wishes come true. And this is a card of Russia. So what's interesting is that he follows the wishes of Russia. I think that's what I feel like this tells us, basically, okay? And because he follows the wishes of Russia, then he has problems. Like, hello? You should, you know what I mean? You should be, it's like, you don't have to be a genius to figure this out. Like, so you see, oh my God, isn't that kind of, oh, you know, actually, sorry guys, it was the other way, but it's like if you are following the, like, whatever, like, it's not, you know, it should be, there should be like a different level of guilt. It's not like it's not a normal crime. This is like so beyond betrayal. It's like beyond anything that we can comprehend. So basically, like, okay, a child has long-term problems because of their gifts, the gifts they received from Mother Russia, okay? In Mother, there's a long-term problems for anything related to Mother Russia, okay? So yeah, so I think definitely there's the gifts, child gets gifts, and he was basically, I think, an intermediary for these gifts from Russia, and for that he gets, you know, very serious legal problems for a long time, or he spends like a long time there. And I'm thinking, okay, so the last question is, will his political career be over after that? Okay. Yeah. So this is a card of conflict and fighting and reputation. So his reputation is under attack, obviously. Wheel of Fortune turns negative for him, and there's death. So yeah, his reputation is gone, is killed, is over. Okay. And then here you have money, wrongful money in the House. And this could be, I think he's in the House, right? He's not a senator, I think. I think he is not. I do believe he's in the House. I don't know exactly, but. And this is a card of change. He's having a hard time with details. Yeah, so. Like Russia. So he's like a member of the House that was following the whatever misinformation or details from Russia. Okay, so here, let me show you. Okay, end of reputation. Okay, this is a reputation place in the world. A coffin means an ending, and it's right. Coffin is right on top of Wheel of Fortune upside down, so like bad luck and end of reputation. His reputation is tied to the House. And an end to Russia. Okay, an end to the Russian influence and in the house that's Russian influence. So end of his reputation because of his influence in the house, okay, of the Russian influence in the house, okay. And that's it. That's that was yes, it's so weird, like how, but I think here the sense I get, and this isn't necessarily open, is that the sense I get here is that he was an intermediary of money, okay. He would get gifts from the Russians and pass it on to Trump, okay. And I think it's like he's some sort of, I feel like he had a job. It wasn't just that he was sympathetic to Russia, it was that he had an actual job for them, okay. He would do what, it's like, I feel like there are several cards here saying that he would do their bidding, that he would just like, they would like give him jobs, basically, like, do this, do that. And they're like, okay, whatever, like, I do, do this and do that. And that's why, because I feel like, in a way, probably if being sympathetic to Russia, it's probably not a crime. It probably doesn't mean that you feel like, oh, I like Russia. Like, it's not a crime to say that, right? But what is a crime is working on their behalf, accepting their, like spreading their propaganda, stuff like that. That's kind of shady. Okay, so and I think here it indicates more. I feel like what I'm getting, and I remember getting this from Nunes too, is that once the person is like, once they, I think so. I think because it was like the tree, there are cards that indicate that he's been doing this for a long time. And I feel like when there was a part of the child, like intercepted gift to the child, I feel like it shows that and also I remember the very beginning, what does Mueller have on him? And he's secret network that has been growing for a long time. So it's almost like he's one of their points of contact. When a person first wants to be connected to Russia, then they have to go to him, okay, because he's been doing this for a long time. And I feel like Trump is just one of the people who was involved with the Russians. That's what I think is very difficult about this whole thing, is that there's so many, like, oh my God, one question that just came to my mind. I don't know if I want to do today, maybe tomorrow, like the NRA. So the Russians apparently now control the NRA, or they're like very influential there. And it's crazy, like how, so, you know what I mean? It's like one of those, oh no, seriously, Christy is like, it's like, so it's like one of those places, they have conferences in Russia. They're like, Russia never cared about like, these gun laws, but they started, oh my God, it's crazy. Yeah. Why is Trump a representative for Russia? Yeah. What is the plan? Patricia? Yeah. So you guys know that there's a lot of Russian women who come have children here. Oh, is that right? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's disgusting. That's disgusting. Oh my God. Yeah, if you have children, I think the children have to be, they can be legally American. I have a question, guys, and I don't know if I don't know if you can, maybe I don't need yeah, I think it could, there are laws that say that if you have a certain amount of money, you can prove it. You can come to the US and start a business here. You don't need, like, you can get a visa. Okay, it's not like, now there's another question I'm thinking, this reminded me of a question that Patricia asked. I know there's a lot of Russian donors. Oh my God, yes, exactly. So I have one question. Do you think there's all these Russian donors? I wonder if they lose because they have a green card, so they're natural citizens. I wonder if they can lose their citizenship. Yes, exactly. 10 jobs. Yeah, see, there you go. Because I feel like it's just so, oh my God, there is so big. This whole thing is so big. It's like, it scares me, like how many questions. Because, okay, I'm trying to think, okay, so I could ask about the NRA, but I could also ask, well, because how are you going to remove all these people? It's going to take forever. There must be hundreds of people involved in this. I don't know how. It's probably like, it's the biggest. Okay, should I ask if Mueller, I'm trying to think like, okay, will Mueller be able to remove all of the people? Will Mueller stay, like, will the Mueller investigation stay on and remove all the Russian people who are like Russian influenced people? Okay, because obviously we know that people who are involved with Trump and Kushner and so forth, these people are going to go down. But what about the soldiers? Like, what about there's like motorcycle gangs in Miami or something, you know what I mean? Sort of like a mob. Yeah. So I don't know if like what's going to happen, like, will the Mueller investigation also, this is the question I have, like, will the Mueller investigation dismantle, okay, this is a good question. Will the Mueller investigation dismantle the whole Russian network in the US? Okay, the entire network of people, because it's not just a high level, it's like all these people. Will the Mueller investigation stay on long enough and in depth enough that it will be able to remove all of the Russian, what is it called? Asset, like all the network of Russian assets that are working to destabilize the Russian government. Okay. Will the Mueller investigation be able to dismantle the whole network of people involved with Russia to destabilize the US government? Exactly. The corrupt, exactly. Donna said the corrupt network across the board. Because will the Mueller investigation stay long enough and go deep enough that it will be able to remove the entire network of Russia influence across the like working in within the USA, the entire network of basically Russia and Russian assets that are working to destabilize the USA government. Okay. The Mueller investigation remove all of the whole network of people who are working with the Russians to destabilize the American government, will be able to take down the whole network of people who are working with the Russians to destabilize the US government. Yeah, this is it's a very positive center, but I'll just show you. So this is a card of a brand new beginning with new values. Okay, so so this was executing the plan to turn the world upside down. The gift. The dark secrets that are yet to be revealed behind the White House. I feel like it's telling us what is being revealed, what is going to be revealed, or how that is going to affect. Okay, our perception. And people are, I feel like it's interesting because there's a lot of like relatively positive cards here. So people are happy about a deal or something. Do you give to the house through? Interesting. Averting death by looking into something. And this is a person who will not give up until, who definitely never gives up. Something related to reputation here. Okay, so this is a lot of energy and growth. Life and growth. I feel like it's, what I feel like it's showing, it's like, I feel like there's going to be a reset, some sort of restart. This is why I feel like this is giving more of an impression. The wrong works of the man. And like the wrong group of corrupt people. Okay. And the network. Okay, this is the tree of the man. Okay, the man tree becomes, and like this is the country upside down becomes public. Okay, so this is interesting because you know what I feel, guys, like, okay, this is giving me more of like an understanding of the whole thing of why they want to, what I feel like they're going to do, they're going to trace everybody. Okay, and they're going to have to take everybody down, because the problem is, let me just show you together here. And this makes sense in the context of the whole story about how they have to nullify the election. Because obviously, as we know, anybody who's related to this administration is corrupt. It's not, there's the difference between, for example, remember when we had relatively decent Republicans with like Condoleezza Rice? And like there were people who are actually professional, okay? Who had careers, who were conservative, but they weren't like the people in the Trump administration are so bad. I don't think there's any like they're all like like I'm gonna be like trash, garbage. So basically, like you know, the whole like everybody is trash. So so basically, okay, so I feel like here we have the gifts and the deals related to the White House, exposure, like exposure of these gifts, of these long-term gifts, okay, or like this could also lead to growth and exposure, like a new values and success and restoration of the reputation, okay. And this is the tree of people connected to the man becomes public. Yes, take the trash out. So what I feel this is kind of interesting, and I don't want to say it's counterintuitive because it's not, but it's just giving me the answer here that, and the image I get is that what Mueller is going to do is he's going to like lift the cover on everything, and everything is going to be public, everything. So So here, the tree of the man, like everybody that's connected to this man is going to become public. Okay, is going to be public, and everything is going to be looked into. Okay, everything. I'm sorry, sorry the brightness. So anyway, so it's like there's going to be renewal. I'm sorry that. Oh my God, I hate this. So anyway, so it's just okay. Here, no reflection. So basically, I feel like the sun, like looking into all the, like averting death by looking into everything, okay, and looking at the right values and the reputation. So I feel like what I feel like it's a huge load of laundry. They have to clean up the whole thing. It's a mass trash, and they have to look at all the money, all the gifts, and all the deals. So everything that's related to them is going to have to be exposed, okay. And that's why I think so essentially anybody and everybody who's connected to this administration and everybody who was appointed is going to be, I don't see the scythe here, but what I really see is that everything is going to come to light, and everything's going to be public. And I feel like that's how they're going to work around this. That's what I feel like, what is their solution to this. I almost feel like I see like a dictionary. Like they have the dictionary out for everybody about who is who and who did what and who was appointed to everything. And that's how, okay, because it's like, obviously if a person is like a, like a sleeper cell individual or something like that, then they can't, I don't think it's even, if you like haven't done anything wrong, it's not even illegal, right? I don't know. But anybody who is connected to this is going to go down, because I feel like, don't you think? And it's like, we have so many, can you imagine the whole thing yesterday? They were saying, oh, the Fusion GPS, they traced all his connections to the mobsters. Like, it's very hardcore, very serious crimes. It's not like, oh, he took money from Trump, all the like, all the corrupt people are going to be named. I feel like, it's not like Scarlet Letter, but something like that. Like the people are going to be shamed for life. Okay. They're going to be like, let me see if you're in the Trump dictionary. Okay. Of like evil people. You know how, for example, in Germany, it's actually be a good example. In Germany, Germany, it's more, maybe it's not a good example, because in Germany, I know people are shamed if they were Nazis, but a lot of people were Nazis. Okay. Willingly or unwillingly. But if you were like a person who was in the Nazi party, I mean, some of them actually, I don't know, they still kind of had some whatever. But what I'm saying is that, like, I feel like Trump's Supreme Judge, I think so. Neil Gorsuch should we ask if Neil Gorsuch is going to be around by the end of the investigation? Will he be dumped? Will he be around? Oh, interesting. Oh, how interesting. Huh. Interesting. Exactly. Yeah, sort of like that. Like the person who, it's funny, like, is what I thought, because actually, unfortunately, it's not true. It's not untrue. It's the sex registry. What is it called? Interesting. Oh, interesting. Huge in Aspen. I don't know. Oh my God. So sad. He's another creep, that guy. Honestly, I'm sure they have a serial killer club there. I'm sure they like, come hang out with us. We kill people on on our days off. Yes, Gorsuch. Okay. Gorsuch. Okay. I really, what I would love to know? This is one of those things. I would love to see him leaving. I hate that guy. I really like, he's so creepy. He's like out there with the, Stephen Miller and what's his name? The other guy. No, it's, I think they will. Let's just hope. I think so, because like, what if it's like, I don't want to know like bad things. I don't know about the bad people. Okay, let's ask about Gorsuch. Yeah, I think so. I think she said she hired more people. She said she already has like interns and all kinds of people. She's sticking around. She's gonna stick around. Okay. So I don't know. Let's not, because I would be like, oh my God, I'd be devastated. Like, oh my God, so she's gonna like, I don't know. like, because then you feel like, oh my God, they're gonna appoint some like freak. They're gonna appoint like, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. She's gonna do great. She's gonna. And I feel like, those kinds of people. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Cards. We want to know about Neil Gorsuch, the creep, the vampire, disgusting psychopath. Who's that guy who's appointed by Trump? Will he be removed once the Mueller investigation is done? Will he still have his job, or will he be removed? Okay. Once the Mueller investigation is done, will he still have his job, or once the Mueller investigation is done, Will Neil Gorsuch? Yes. Oh my God. We have to go. We have to go there with sage or something. Clean up that place. Like the spirits over there is like that. Remember? Okay. Remember how there was like fire in the Trump Tower? Someone said like I remember they were like, oh, it's what is it? The gateway to hell. Gateway to hell over there. Like seriously? Oh, that's right. Oh my God. The whole thing about Gorsuch's mother? She was in the Reagan administration. And I forgot what happened to her, but she had to resign. That's right. She did something. I forgot exactly what she did. But she's creepy. She looks like who? I'm trying to think. She's like she's like a archetype. Oh, okay. I do not think a member of the court. I don't know, Patricia, but I feel like if it's proven that the whole administration was wrong, like the whole administration was illegal, then everybody has to leave. That's the question. Okay, so let's see if he can move. Let's see. Let's find out. Okay, let's find out because I get so excited. I really want this to happen. I want him to be gone. Okay, will Neil Gorsuch be around once the Trump administration? Well, I'm already making the assumption he's gone. Okay, by the time the Mueller investigation ends, will Gorsuch get to keep his job? He'll still be around. Okay. Will Gorsuch keep his job by the time the Mueller investigation ends? Will Gorsuch get to keep his job? Will Gorsuch get to keep his job by the time the Mueller investigation is over? Will Gorsuch still have his job? And let's see. Okay, because I think Patricia, we're going with the assumption that there's going to be a removal of everybody who's in this administration. Okay. All right, so will Gorsuch still have his job by the time the Mueller investigation is done? Let's see here. So this is a man. This is a plan to turn the world upside down. So the man was part of the plan to turn the world upside down. Ooh. Yeah, justice upside down to the fox here on the. I'll just show you. I have to show you. Yeah. Yeah. So there is something illegal, shady stuff going on. Let's see. I want to see all the cards because I don't want to give like a partial. Okay. So, okay, so basically I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is the illusion. This is Russia, the position one, Russia, and the illusions put on by Russia. This is a card of justice upside down and shady stuff done in the name of justice. Okay. So shady stuff, behind the scenes stuff from Russia. Okay. And this is legal stuff, shady legal, wrong legal stuff. Okay, illegal stuff. Now this is a look into, this is like light will shine on the moon. So the moon is madness. So the madness is going to be exposed, all of it. Okay, all the stuff that they created is going to be exposed. So there's going to be so sun. Like we'll see everything that the lady did behind the scenes will be exposed. Okay, so here, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so exposes the sun, exposure of the fox, like the trickster, like shady stuff behind the scenes and the crazy stuff, illusions, illegal stuff exposed. And then we have here, like I said, the man who was part of the plan to turn the world upside down. Aggressive conversation, a lot of aggressive conversation, aggressive talks. Because part of their plan, I think, the whole thing about a coup, if we think about it, is they had to change if they were going to be successful, they would have to change the legal system. They would not be able to do it alone. Okay, so the focus here is key. So I feel like, in a way, conversations about the man are key. So in a way, I feel like here it shows me that conversations about the man, discussions with the man are key. So basically, I feel like here we have the fox, yeah, like looking into like the foxy stuff behind the scenes done by the man, and the Russian conversations, discussions, okay? And this is kind of good because like not really getting what you want, being guilty. This is a card of guilt. And then relationship to Russian money, foreign money, okay? And they were assertive, they got deals, okay? This was the whole thing, it sounds like it was planned. They are guilty because of their deals with Russia, okay? Now, what I get that here is that this guy was part of the plan, okay? But if we look at all this together, discussions with the lady, discussions with the lady, or like discussions with the lady lead to guilt, or something about their connection to Russia leads to guilt. The man, like the foxy stuff that they're going to do for Russia, okay? And at the bottom, you have the key here. They look at how, basically the key says that he is important, and that they look at how important, how he's the key to the deal, to basically finishing off the deal, okay? Okay, so then I looked at this and I was like, does it tell me if it's going to be, I don't know exactly, honestly. If I look at this, I'm like, it's showing that yes, he or the whole group is guilty, okay? There's going to be guilt all around, and he's part of a group of guilty people. So I just pulled out one extra set of cards to answer the question, will he be around? Okay, will he be removed or be around? So here's the answer. This is it says no. Okay, to me it says no. So the judgment, negative judgment, and a person moving away. He goes away. So there's a judgment, a negative judgment, and he goes away. Okay. So that's what I feel. The story here to me is that because of a shady, like if we think about it in a logic way, in order to execute their plan and change the legal system, they needed somebody like he's a very important person, and Mitch McConnell knows this very well. Okay, because it was one thing. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so it's one thing to get okay, let's say it was just all about Trump and the presidency. They had to have big plans to take everything down, to do to really dismantle. I feel like it's unfortunate that I'm saying this, but that's what I see. Dismantling the government completely. Okay, they wanted to really, and that's why, if you think it's not that Trump is obviously a horrible person, but I almost feel like it's not fair to him to say that it's just him, because what the impression that we get is that they had this plan. It's a very big plan. It's a very big deal to change the way governments are done. And I feel like this plan was hatched a while back. They knew they had to get, how I wasn't paying attention to politics quite as much as I am now. So I don't know. I didn't really pay attention even to the whole Merrick Garland thing. They knew exactly what Mitch McConnell is the architect of this bullshit. Okay. He knows all of this. It's not just Trump. It's not that I don't love, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't think Trump is horrible. I think he's horrible. But I feel like if we think of these people, the shady people that we don't know there's so many horrible people that are involved. This is why I feel like the whole thing is so big. We don't know. We have no idea. Okay. So looking at just the Lenormands here, it's, cleaner. So yeah. So yeah, the shady stuff of the man, the discussions with Russia, okay, lead to guilt, the guilty plans, okay, the shady stuff done behind the scenes for the man and the foreign country. And the man was key to the success, okay? And this is the deal with the deal with the foreign country makes him guilty, okay, or him or the situation. And they're going to find out, the son here, they're going to find out the shenanigans with Russia, okay, and how important he was to their discussion. So that's, I think, the deal. That's the problem. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you see Diane say, apropos of nothing, the most expensive winter clothing catalog that wealthy people receive is called the Gorsuch catalog. It's part of the Neil Gorsuch's family business. I'm sure they sell to Moscow oligarchs' wives. Super expensive and cost prohibitive for most people. Yeah. So yes, exactly. That's what I feel. Okay. So then, like I said, because this is at the very last, I do believe that there's something where he has to go. Okay. He had to leave. And I don't know. And I remember somebody else also who understands legal issues a bit more said the same thing that Patricia said, that how come this can't happen? Or a person like that, they can't leave. But I feel like there is something happening that's going to be bigger. They're going to have something that's going to have to be done as a means to avert, because of the enormous scope of this. Okay. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Okay. We're going to find out more, and they're going to have to leave. Okay. Because if we think about it, okay, what is the alternative? Oh, Neil Gorsuch was appointed by Trump, and oh my God, yeah. Imagine he was oh yeah, he was approved by Trump. We picked him. He we had all these shady motives for everything, and he's gonna stay. Imagine if you're a normal judge, you're what? This guy? No, no. So I don't know, guys, what's gonna happen exactly. Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen to this, the whole thing. But if it's true that it is such a large conspiracy, and that's the only, honestly, because if you think about it, you guys, it's the only thing that justifies everything they're doing to try to stop the investigation. It's not just because they're Republican. It's because it's a huge thing. Okay. Because if it was just about Trump, like imagine you're like a Republican, like, okay, whatever, just Trump, let's get rid of him, big deal. Like if it was just one person, that's pretty easy. Like, oh yeah, let's go to him, find somebody else. Like let's say they couldn't even manage to put Mike Pence in. Mike Pence is like, what the hell is Mike Pence? Like, oh, like he's like, it seems like he's the low, like, wait, what? Killed? I don't know. I don't know. God. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, I think he died in natural causes, no? Oh my God. Antony something. Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like, honestly, guys, I feel like there's something it didn't ever happen before. And if it's true, like I said, that all this stuff comes out and we know that the whole thing is tainted. Because I just don't think that you can, like, in this sort of scale, yeah, like the whole thing, something as big as this, I don't think that you can just, if you find, I mean, I'm not a, oh my God, that's crazy. Oh my God, it sounds like, you guys, it's so funny because like, I love forensic science. I love all of those things, those shows. I'm addicted to those shows. And I'm like, oh my God, what if they put like, heavy chemical or something? I don't know. Like, I just can't. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even think about it. But anyway, basically, I feel like the whole thing was a plan. It's showing here the plan that the plan was to place him there and I feel like, okay, the story really is them. They're like, okay, let's get it. We're gonna have this coup, gonna have this election. It was fairly illegal, and then we're just gonna appoint everybody. We're gonna put everybody in there, and we're gonna so that we can overturn everything, and we can keep the government going. Because as I said yesterday, I think they know they can't win elections legally. They just don't have enough people vote. Like if you let everybody vote, okay, and you don't create obstacles for minorities to vote, no, but I mean, most people, the whole gerrymandering thing was because they couldn't get votes. They knew that people would not vote for them, so they tried to find a system they could create to get votes. So that's how they got it. So the whole thing is just. So that's the thing. It's it's like they knew they were losing power. They knew they couldn't win anymore. And the other thing is, which is, I don't know. I don't understand why they became so radical. You know what I mean? Why did they become so angry and so were they always like this? Maybe, and I never noticed after job. Yeah, I feel like something happened. Okay, that they became this really low, so immoral, so horrible. Okay, something happened. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And the other thing is, yes, that was the terrible. Oh, you know what I think it is too? I think it's the influence people are seeing in this. It's the whole, what is it called? There's a Citizens United. Okay, there's the law that allows people to vote, to raise money without, we don't know where the money's coming from or something. I feel like as campaigns become more and more expensive, they needed more money, and they started taking money from all the donors. Yes, dark money, exactly. And the donors decided that, these people are empty inside, so they could do whatever they wanted. Exactly. So they could do whatever they wanted. They're like, oh, whatever, you pay us and I'll do whatever. Okay, it's like a service. Give me money and I'll put any laws in place that you want. So then that's, I think, what ended up happening. They were ultra corrupt in that way. And I don't know, but it's weird that it's something I feel like, yes, change the world. I feel like I don't remember. Maybe I just never paid. Were they always this horrible? I mean, there were some people, they were always, so maybe they were horrible. And we never knew. There's this woman, I don't know if you guys follow her. I love this woman, Danielle Agnew. She says that she lives in Montana. She has a web, she's on YouTube, on Twitter. She's I don't say it's a psychic. She's more she writes these texts. I really like her. She's so cool. I feel like I'm not as deep as her. I feel like I read these cards and we talk about her, but she's like, I feel like I admire her because I feel she gives me hope. So she says that the whole thing with Trump was that it's almost like he was able to show all the dark stuff that was behind the scenes. Before Trump, we didn't know. Okay, we didn't know all this stuff. But after Trump, everything came out, almost like all the rats came out of their hole. Okay, so that's what's shocking. But they've been around the whole time. We just didn't know about them. And that's, if anything, there's the positive of Trump. So anyway, one thing, okay, guys, so I'm going to get ready to go because it's 92 minutes. So anyway, but one thing I wanted to talk about next, maybe tomorrow I'm going to talk about it, is we should look into the donors in general. Okay, the Koch brothers. Like one thing, one thing to look at next time, I think it's time to look into this, is the power of the donors. We'll be able, let's say, looking into 2 years down the line and yes, Danielle, yes, she's a, so I'm gonna type her name here. All right, guys, I don't know. So anyway, so anyway, so looking next time, looking to the donors, the Koch brothers. Oh my God, yes, because I feel like key to understanding this is will we be able to remove these people? Oh yes, lead with love. That was she said. She says this like, okay, lead with love. That's the thing. That's her thing. Lead with love. I really, she's so great. So we need to know next time to find out. Yes, you guys know how like his wife. Okay, we're not really making up. His wife was caught in a ship, like the ship that something like that. There was like drug smuggling in her ship or something like that. I don't. It's like so corrupt. Anyway, Elaine Chan, I think her name is. Anyway, so basically, oh my God, I can't even. So gross. Anyway, so basically, let's look next time. I'm gonna do a reading on either the Koch brothers or basically the influence of the donors. Will it diminish over time? Will we be able to somehow stop these people from controlling, because they control everything? It's disgusting. The whole tax bill, like it was about them. So will we be able to somehow stop this? Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Devils. Oh my God. You know what? The other guy we'll have to do next time. Eric Prince. Talk about dirt. Talk about corruption. Eric Prince. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to write it down. Eric Prince, like next time. Eric Prince and the Koch brothers, okay, and donors. So creepy. Oh my God. The whole Blackwater thing. Oh my God, so gross. Okay, let's see if he's gonna be indicted. He's so creepy. Oh, okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna say goodbye tomorrow at the same time. We're gonna look into more Republicans and then these more creeps to look at. Okay. All right. It was very nice chatting with you. And we'll look into more shady things tomorrow. All right. Be well, everybody. Take care. Okay.